Good evening and welcome to the Tuesday night edition of Sports Tonight. Well, there's a lot happening in the ever exciting world of sports, and we are here to take you on a trip, a journey that will take you from here in Nigeria, cross borders, travel abroad, looking at the amazing world of sports. I'm Yemi Adebayo. There's a lot lined up for your viewing pleasure tonight. Of course, we will be talking about the Super Eagles. They did a job. Played 2 friendlies, 2 wins in 2. We'll be talking about that on the show for you tonight. We'll also be talking about the Dream Team. The Dream Team 6, that is. Would they be able to go all the way and do what their predecessors did in Atlanta 96. We'll be talking about that on the show. We will also spare a thought for football on the domestic scene. Nothing is happening right now, but action will resume very soon. So we're talking about that. We will talk tennis on the show. We will also be focusing on the European Championships and, of course, the Copa America Centenario. That's what we'll be doing on the show tonight. Let me quickly introduce my partners at the start of the show with me this lovely Tuesday evening. I have the pleasure of having with me Wale Adigun and Rotimi Akindele. Guys, I must thank you for gracing us with your presence this evening. It feels so good to have you around.
Yeah, it's great to be here once again. Normally I do Thursdays, but
okay.
I'm here on a Tuesday night and feels good to be here. Good evening.
Yeah, Rotimi.
Yeah, good evening, Yemi. Good to be here again.
All right. Okay, now let's bring you to all that we're doing. Let's quickly tell you that you can be a part of everything that we're doing. Just in case you're joining us for the first time, this is how you can do that. On Facebook, all you need to do is go to our Facebook page. This is Channels iPhone Sports, and on Twitter at Channels_Sports. You can get your views, your thoughts, your observation. You can speak up and be heard, basically. The whole world is listening, as you know. Channels can be seen everywhere across the globe. So speak up and be heard on Sports Tonight. It gets better. You can also view all our top stories on our website as channelstv.com and on youtube.com/channelsweb. You can also visit m.channelstv.com to view us live on your mobile device. We're talking about your iPad, your iPhone, and your BlackBerry. You can also download the Channels TV app for Android, iOS, and Windows phones from the respective stores. You do this, and of course you can take Channels Television with you everywhere you go, and that ensures that you're not missing anything. All right, guys, let's talk about what happened. Is it up to an hour now? What went down? The Super Eagles of Nigeria. Let's give you a confirmation of the result, just in case you missed it. I doubt that anyway, but just in case you did, Nigeria 3-1 victory over Luxembourg. Guys, I don't know if we should celebrate that, but a victory is sweet. A victory is sweet any day. Rotimi.
Yes, a victory is sweet. Was it the right kind of friendly? No. Okay. Because we're trying to push for a good sport in the rankings ahead of the FIFA World Cup qualifiers. And for us to have played friendly matches against Mali and Luxembourg, yes, we took advantage of the FIFA free window, but the opponents, no.
Okay.
No.
Okay. Let me put you in another direction. For the coaching crew, 2 wins in 2. What do you read into that? Does that say anything? What?
Yeah, I mean that's Jose Mourinho form. that's good form. 2 wins in 2 convincing wins. It must be said, and the body language of the federation also seems to be very happy with Salisu Yusuf, and you have to commend them. Although I don't know if they'll get the job on the long term, but there has been reports that they might get a look in. We've got Mama Mapako and Kennedy Boboe. They're exciting coaches. You look at the Premier League and you look at the exciting managers around, and those 2 guys come up. Salisu Yusuf has probably been assistant to almost every coach, local coach around. He knows the league so well. And honestly, I felt that when Samson Siasia got that job, that interim job, to take us to Egypt, I thought Salisu should have gotten the job because he's been assistant, so I bring someone outside, and he's acquitted himself really well.
That's in the past now.
That's in the past, but what he's done right now is cover himself in glory. If we said Luxembourg was an easy opposition,
how about Mali?
Mali was difficult. Mali were preparing for the Nations Cup qualifiers. I would beat them in convincing fashion. And what Salisu has also done is that we've seen not new players, but we've seen that our players can be very exciting.
Yeah.
Kelechi Iheanacho has scored 2 in 2. and he has to go under the books that scored these 2 goals under Salisu Yusuf. And these are exciting signs. But God, Yemi, I'm just pessimistic about the fact that whatever gains, whatever positive we've taken from these 2 games might just
eroded,
be lost or, lost somewhere because of the fact that
might just come
managerially we're just not stable right now.
Rotimi, a lot of people said that the coach was brave. You look at his starting lineup in the matches played, play some exciting young players, give some players a chance to return. Some would point to the fact that Brownie Day, for instance, justified his recall. But a quick summary: the 2 games, how as a coach fared in terms of the players, that not the overall play, but in terms of being brave enough to allow us see most of the players we said we wanted to see.
I think the target was to groom a young side, a young, vibrant side that at least that can feature for Nigeria in the next 2-3 years convincingly without thinking of somebody planning to retire or not. I think that's what we've seen with these 2 friendly matches, especially the one against Mali, the first game, where we saw a lot of exciting young stars. Even the game against Luxembourg some hours ago, we saw quite a handful of these young boys. NFF is planning ahead for the future. This is how to start. And then by the time you have a Kelechi Iheanacho, Alex, it will be
and these guys blossom.
And they blossom, probably do well in the qualifiers, which I'm a bit worried about, depending on the opponents we get. Maybe their experience won't count, but we can actually get away with it if we have exciting, vibrant youngsters, just like how we started with these 2 games, prosecuting those World Cup qualifiers, and who knows, we might just pick an automatic ticket to Russia.
Okay, so what next? That would be the big question. What next?
That's what is next. I mean, the World Cup. Yes, we missed out of AFCON 2017. As I said earlier,
I have a funny feeling it's only the NFF that can answer that question.
Say, what next? Like you said, the question itself is a question of uncertainty. What next means we don't know what is next, right? Yeah. So the NFF needs to also tell us who will be coaching the Super
What's going to happen? Which direction are we going?
It's very important we know.
Just to chip in, guys. Whoever is going to coach the Super Eagles will have to work with Salisu Yusuf.
I was about to say that.
That's what I
was about to say that. Because, see, the truth of the matter is that we're going into World Cup qualifiers that will be so bloody, that will be so monstrous in terms of the fixtures. We'll go to places like Kampala, or places like Algiers, hopefully, these are very tough places.
Environments.
These are places where Kelechi Iheanacho will go and will be scared. That's the truth. The Yoruba adage says that when a child gets to where he will be scared, he'll be scared. So, see, it gets to a point where you have to find a perfect mix.
Blend.
Perfect mix or a perfect blend. So this is still not the finished article yet. And I hope we can get 1 or 2 friendlies
under our belts.
But we are just not there yet. Because, like I said, I've taken a look at the 19 teams left in that draws for the World Cup in Russia 2018 Africa zone. And I can't say confidently that the Super Eagles will be one of those teams, even Uganda, home and away. That is just the situation we are right now. But these signs are good. It shows that we can play some exciting football with these youngsters, but also there has to be experience. Have we found experience in this side? Maybe we'll get Onazi, fantastic. But we're also again from Onazi. Our captain was supposed to be in this side, John Mikel Obi, but no, we couldn't find him because of the testimonial. Ahmed Musa also likewise. We need to see these players play together before the World Cup qualifiers because it will be one torturous journey for us.
Okay. We'll wait to see what happens. But like I said, I keep having a feeling that only the NFF, Nigerian Football Federation, can tell us where we go from here, how we approach the 2018 FIFA World Cup qualifiers. We probably wouldn't be in this situation if we were still in the race for the Nations Cup. We'll probably still be, if we were neck deep in the qualifiers, maybe we'll still... this window will not be... well, if Chad didn't pull out, maybe this window won't...
Maybe missing out on AFCON 2017 can also be a blessing in disguise.
It should be.
It should, because that means we should have learned our lessons from not qualifying for a tournament and being determined to qualify for the other tournament, which is bigger, which is the World Cup.
Bottom line is, I think the NFF just tell us where we're going from here. With the issues about the foreign coach, will it surface? That's another thing that a lot of people want to know. Which direction are we going?
The NFF have gone cold on that, honestly. Names were bundled before.
It will resurface. Don't worry.
Names were bundled around before, but right now things have gone cold, maybe because of the friendlies.
Qualifiers won't start until September.
Yeah.
Why the rush?
Why the rush? When you say why the rush, how about you appoint a coach
just do
a month before September?
You will get it.
And the coach will now start giving you excuses
before it starts.
I took the job a month before. That was why I can't deliver.
I think after the major project for the NFF now is the Dream Team.
Yeah.
En route to the Olympics. I think after that.
Honestly, that shouldn't be their main project.
I'm
the Dream Team is the property of the ministry.
You can't
Remember,
say that.
We are going as Team Nigeria, not Super Eagles.
Okay.
Who appointed the coaches?
All
The
of that
ministry
we
too?
know. But see,
fine.
let us not shy away from the fact that the NFF have to focus solely on the Super Eagles for now. I'm not saying neglect the Dream Team, but the Dream Team is going to Brazil as Team Nigeria, and which is also under the emblem of the ministry, the sports ministry.
But you have to admit, like
Of course,
it's going to
still
be
the
a
NFF.
distraction. It will get 90% of their attention from now till August.
Let me ask you: gold medal at Rio or World Cup at Russia 2018, which is bigger?
Always has to be the World Cup.
So what are we saying?
We are saying the same thing.
And you know when the
Dream Team,
the Olympics is in August. World Cup qualifies in September. So where does our priority have to
That's why I
lie?
said we still have enough time to get a coach.
There's no time. That's what I'm saying. There is no time. There's no time at all.
Guys in here can agree. But let's move on. Let's quickly talk about, since you brought it up, let's talk about the Olympics. Coach Samson Siasia, finally, team arrived in Korea, preparing for the Suwon International. Their first game will be on Thursday. And I don't know, all of us, most of the time we're talking about 1996, but I don't know if we're stretching it too far. But do you see it happening?
I'm not sure we're stretching it too far. It happened, and we just have to mention it. Okay. And I think that, I mean, we should be fair that we're mentioning it. In 2008, we got very close.
Yeah.
But we didn't win it.
With this manager.
With this manager. And en route the Olympics, you know, with this one, I would have preferred a Toulon festival ahead of where you have tougher teams, ahead of the Suwon Invitational Tournament in Korea. But by and large, the key thing is the NFF is arranging friendlies in quotes, you know, for these guys to actually get to bond well before the games. Yes, we know that probably some CSL would go to the games with 70% foreign-based players, but I mean, it's a good avenue for the local-based guys to get exposed, to get to play against tougher teams, because when they get to Brazil, it will be tough. So I think we're on track, you know, for the Olympic Games. Let's see how they fare at the Suwon Invitational Tournament before they go to Manchester and then go to Atlanta.
Yeah, that's the itinerary. Manchester, Atlanta.
Yeah, Manchester.
Which buttress your point that the NFF seem to put in a lot
on the 1996. Yes, they are putting a lot on them. And if you look at it, maybe because of the Zika virus, and coach, you don't want to camp in Brazil. USA is not far from Brazil, so it's a fair plan. I think with all this, if things pan out well, we should come on good before the games.